Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about Flutter widgets. So Flutter widgets are like basically the building blocks of the user interface. So we will start off by creating a folder. You should do it in your desired directory. Me, I'm doing it on my desktop, and I'm going to name it project. Always make sure it's in small letters. If you are going to use a compound name or something like that, you should bring an underscore instead of leaving a space between it. That's more advisable. So we'll be going into our terminal and we are going to type in our command flutter create space and then full stop. Then you're going to hit enter to create our Flutter project. I won't be talking much on this video. You just be going through some of the widgets that we are going to be using on daily basis. So let's create our project. And also our main.dat file is located in our lib folder, and our main.dat file is where the Flutter project runs from. So like the widgets are like, it's like a family tree, and the family tree, the head starts from the main.dat file. It's like a food chain. So some widgets are placed inside other widgets. So there's like some kind of hierarchy. We won't be taking a look at this Flutter demo page that when we create our project, it gives us. So we'll be clearing everything then start from scratch. So let's clear everything. So if you take a close look at this code, oh, I cleared it. No matter, let's continue. So we'll be creating our void main function. That's very necessary. It's where the programs runs from. So in our void main function, we'll be doing run app. We'll do run app, then we will type in our widgets. So my widgets, I'll be calling it Flutter app. And as you can see, it says that there's nothing such as my app created, so we are going to create it. So here we'll be creating a stateless widget. So a stateless widget is a widget that basically has no state. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like a widget which does not change over time. So let's say if I'm going to use a color widget and I'm doing it as black, and I use a stateless widget, it means that it will stay black no matter what. So we have my app stateless widget created, and we are going to return our material app. And inside our material app, we'll be creating our home. So home is where the app starts from. So inside my home, I'll be creating a new widget. I'll call it home screen. So after this, we are now going to create our home screen. As you can see, it says it's not defined for the type my app. Okay, so we'll create a new file in our lib folder, and you are going to name it homescreen.dat. So this is where we are going to create our home screen widget. So I'll type in my STL, create my stateless widget, and I'm going to call it home screen. Then I'll return a scaffold. So the scaffold is like the working area. It's like when you open maybe an MS document or MS Word document, like how you see that blank page for you to type in your stuffs. That's how the scaffold is. So we are going to import. So we are going to hover it and import our homescreen.dat. So the stateless widget is, like I said, it's a widget that doesn't have any state or does not change over time. So as you can see, my app and our home screen both are stateless widgets. And about stateful widgets, they are widgets that can change its internal state, allowing it to dynamically update and redraw itself in response to user interactions. So this is how a stateful widget looks like. So let me name it new screen. So with the stateful widget, the create state method is called whenever the widget is first inserted into the widget tree. So it creates an associated state object. So there is this code called set state, and we are not going to use it now, but whenever we use it, the framework rebuilds itself. So whenever the set state is called, the object is called to recreate and rebuild the widget UI based on the updated state. So let's continue with our video. Okay, so in our scaffold, we are going to return some parameters. So as you can see, when you hover on it, you can see a bunch of parameters that we can use in our code. So in this video, we'll be using the AppBar and then the body. So let's go ahead and use the AppBar parameter. So we are going to be creating our AppBar, and then we are going to be creating our body. So watch closely and see how I use the widgets. So as you can see, we are going to use the title parameter, which is under the AppBar, and we are going to name the title demo. And also with the title, we are going to let's select the Flutter demo, cut it, and then we are going to use a text widget. So we are going to use a text widget, text, and then we are going to put it in our quotation marks since it's a string. Just place our Flutter demo inside, and then we are going to create our body. So there are some main two widgets that we commonly use in Flutter. I mean, not as main as the stateless and stateful widget, but it's very important. It's the column and then the row. So with the column, everything is stacked in the vertical order, and then with the row, everything is stacked in the horizontal order. And also they return a bunch of children. So the children are like widgets. So most widgets return maybe one child, but the column and the row can have like multiple widgets stacked inside. So we are going to be using a column first for this video. So we are going to create our column, then we are going to have our children. So what widget should we use? Okay, let's use a text widget. We can place a text widget here. So text, and then I'm going to put my quotation marks, and then let's type in something. Let's type in something. Okay. Oh, my first Flutter. Should I make it up? Yeah. So my first Flutter project. So watch closely as I used a bunch of widgets. Okay, so now we are going to go to our bottom right corner and select our device. So we have to first configure a device. So I'm going to use my physical Android device. You can also use an Android emulator. You can install the Android emulator using Android Studio. So I'm going to quickly mirror my device's screen on the laptop. So the app I use is called, I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, SCRCPY. I don't know if there is a pronunciation to this thing. So I'm going to do it always on top and then mirror it. It's a really nice software. So there's my device. So now we are going to run our Flutter project. And also keep in mind, since this is a video and I'm trying to make everything as short as possible, it did not run like as quickly as it's in the video, so you have to be patient. It takes a while. So, and since we are running the app for the first time, it's going to take a while. Not that much long, but a while. Mostly depends on the computer you are using. So it's finished building, and we are going to see how our Flutter screen or our app screen looks like. So we are expecting an AppBar with Flutter demo, and then a text called my first Flutter project. So let's wait for everything to show up. There we go. So we can see our Flutter demo up there. We can see my first Flutter project also up there. So we can also do some quick modifications to this, and we can see the AppBar. One of the parameters is called the center title and has a boolean. So let's use that one. So center title, then I'm going to set it to true. We are going to use our hot reload feature. So it's either you use the, I don't even know the name, but like you can use it to hot reload, hot restart, or like stop the application debugging mode, running mode. I don't even know what to call it. So you either do that one, or you are going to press Ctrl S, just like the shortcut for saving it. So when you save, it automatically hot reloads your Flutter projects for you. So we are going to use some parameters of the column. Okay, let's put in our constructor. Is it constructor? Yeah, but let's put in our const to remove our blue wavy lines in there. So we are going to use a parameter of the column called the main axis. So the main axis alignment is like, how do I explain this? It aligns the stuffs according to the main axis. I don't know if that makes sense. So if I do main axis alignment of center, it should center itself in the main axis of the column. As you can see, it came. Okay, so follow the video and see how I use these bunch of widgets that the Flutter framework has given us. There are so many widgets that we are going to be using over time. Even now that I'm talking to you right now, there is probably a bunch of widgets that I've never even heard of. There are just so many options to choose from, and some of the widgets are amazing. They give you complete control over your application. So let's follow the video and see how we use our widgets. Okay guys, this is it for today's video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, and also let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys later. And also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and also hit that bell icon in order not to miss any future videos. Stay tuned.